The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Gets this one to use check. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
The third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
To throw, it's Lance.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Hurts to throw.
And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
And Lance now to throw. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill and they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
The Lance going to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Gray.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Okay, ready? Blaster, stick.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, ready. Ready, go.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And taken right on the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Okay, right?
Throwing now is Lance. He completes it to Beckham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the 2nd quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 36 yards on the play. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And
And the 49ers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
19 tight. 19 tight. Hey, back up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. His throw incomplete. His first half struggles continue. He has yet to complete a pass. Hard to believe.
It is, because I don't see anything wrong with him physically. Maybe he's a little amped up to begin with. Would have thought he would have settled down by now. I think someone's got to get in his ear, got to be a psychologist a little bit, and get him back on track.
More the man in motion. Throwing is Hurts. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On second and a long way to go. Hurts, flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on fourth down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And they will take over first and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second and a couple, Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Lance looking to throw it.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Madden 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. 79 Broncos.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete.
As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46.
18 Rumble, 18 Madden, 19 tight, 19 tight.
He'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now back to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
Come
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. gets into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. Here we go. Ball ran.
Here's Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now Lance.
Dancing to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun now for Lance.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and through, and it's now 21-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game. It's hard to be surprised at the miss there with the way this 1st half has gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for anyone?
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Ready?
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Go pick. 6, 7.
From the gun, it's Lance. And this pass caught by Gray.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance, complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, it's Lance. Able to find Gray here. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They give them a gain of 37.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and goal from the 1.
10 cycles.
Davis Price is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Odell Beckham. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Another run here with Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Hurts.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Let's go.
2nd down and 7.
Watch out now. 52. Ready?
Here's Lance to throw it. He gets this one to Davis Price.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st down, Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 2nd down now, it's Atkins. And some room to roam now. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia.
All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Here we go.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
52 Blaster. Black Ultra.
To throw, it's Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
18 ready.
Moore, the man in motion.
19 tight.
Hurts sets up to throw it. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
From the 45 on second down. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. A give running left. It's Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Here's Hurts to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on first and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Throwing is Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And this brings up a third and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Read option. Here's Davis Price. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Lance back to throw.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
18 runners, 19 fights, 19 fights. 55 yards, 55.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game planned.